Hi there, I'm Lafina Diamandis. I'm co-founder of Eurekadoc and the author of Amazon #1 best-selling book, Property Investing for Doctors. Now, a common problem amongst the medical community is that they either don't have huge lump sums of funds to invest, or they're not sure where to go to fund their property projects. So with me today, I've got Roxana from Blend Network, which is a peer-to-peer lending platform, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what Blend can offer us. Welcome, Roxana.
Hi, Lafina. Very good to be here with you.
Nice to see you again. Could you tell us a little bit, just for people who aren't aware of peer-to-peer networks and crowdfunding, exactly what it is?
Yes, so peer-to-peer essentially is like a property lending club. So I'm sure that a lot of the doctors that you were mentioning, they have some cash to invest. And also there are some other doctors who have a very good property project that they are looking to fund. So what we do is that we bring them together in a property lending club. So we have deals that we assess and we do the due diligence on those deals. We put them on our platform and anyone can lend on those deals from £1,000 and get an average return of 12%.
Wow, sounds fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in that. I wanted to ask you, because that crowdfunding and peer-to-peer lending has really taken off in the last few years, and what distinguishes Blend from the other peer-to-peer lenders that are out there?
Yes, so that is a very good question. We are very focused on a very niche market. So while there's a lot of platforms that they focus on the London market and the south east of the UK, because it has been a very strong market over the past few years, we actually focus in markets that have a very strong growth north of the UK. In Q3 this year, Northern Ireland property house prices were up by 4.2%, which is double what it was in the UK. So we focus on pockets of the property market that are very strong at the moment.
Okay. And for anyone who's a little bit worried about investing their hard-earned savings in any property project, what do you do to mitigate any risks involved?
My advice to everyone would be really to do a very strong due diligence on the project and on the platform that they use. So due diligence is key, and at Blend Network we take a number of steps to ensure that all the projects that we have are very high quality deals and projects. We always meet the borrower in person and we visit the site, and that is something very important that not many platforms can say that visiting the site and meeting the borrower in person. We try to understand what the project is, and most importantly is the exit, because as a lender you want your money back in 2 years maximum, so we need to understand how is the borrower planning to repay us. So the exit is key.
Yeah. And if you're a medical professional or another professional who actually wants to borrow the funds for their property project, are there any minimum criteria that they need to reach in order to put their project on your platform?
Yes, so we always look for experienced property developers. Obviously, as I mentioned before, we want to give the best returns for our lenders. So experience is key, and we are looking for people who have done similar projects in the past, and they have some experience and they have some money, but they also want to borrow some more money to leverage and build their projects. We lend anything from £1,150 up to £3 million across the UK, outside the M25.
Fantastic. And obviously we're in a little bit of a strange time in the property market at the moment. The socio-economic environment's quite unstable. What would you advise people in that regard? Because a lot of people are worried about investing during this phase of the property market.
I personally think that diversification is really key, and this both applies to whether you are investing physically in property, buy-to-lets, HMOs, and also if you are investing in a peer-to-peer platform. A lot of our lenders, they also invest in property. They have their HMOs, they have their buy-to-lets, but they choose also to lend with Blend as a diversification tool. And within Blend also, I would advise to diversify across different loans. Don't put all your money in one single loan, but diversify across at least 5 to 10 loans.
Okay, that's great. And how can people find out more? When's the next project?
Well, it's very easy. Actually, today we had a new project coming out into the platform. It's an 11% return loan, and is a loan that the borrower wants to convert a public house into 6 flats in Norwich. So it's very exciting, and is as easy as just registering on blendnetwork.com, and you can start to lend with Blend and make 11%.
Fantastic. I better go to the platform now.